Yeah, it's different for me, and you know what I mean. We're gonna get into all of what you do, but you're a little bit less on the rapping side and a lot more on the beatboxing side.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I have to know, how did you get into beatboxing? How did this whole thing start?
So so when I was a kid, I was watching American Idol.
Yeah,
Like it was like the thing for like my family when I was kids to always watch American Idol every year.
right.
And this one guy, Blake Lewis, came on and he just started beatboxing like crazy.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my, that blew my mind as a kid. I'm
yeah,
like, you can do that with your voice? Like, what? And then as a kid, I had no idea. Like, I was like probably 5 or 6. So I had like no concept of like
right,
how to actually structure to make music.
right.
So I would just make sounds. So growing up, I was like the weird kid that
Yeah.
kind of just make a random sound and be like, ooh, ah. Or if someone poked me, I'd like make a weird sound. I'm like, people were just like, why do you do this?
What the
I'm
hell?
like, it's just me. And then in high school, I was reintroduced to beatboxing, kind of just scrolling through YouTube. I found
Mhm.
a British beatboxer named Dave Crow
Yeah,
from the band Hey Moonshaker. And I watched that video and it blew me away that you could do that.
yeah,
I was like, oh my God. And I had just started playing guitar in like the 7th grade, so like a couple years before that.
Mhm.
So I started to really get into music and start understand like how to structure music, not just from listening to it, but how to create it.
right,
And so I'm like, oh my God. So I started beatboxing, trying to mimic what
Mhm.
he was doing. I would watch that video, like
right.
probably like the video has like millions of views.
Yeah,
So probably half the
Half of
views
those are
are
just
probably
you.
me, just like
Yeah.
repeating, like, how does he do that?
yeah. Did you like learn theory with it too? Did you have any music theory training in it?
Not for a couple years after that. So
Yeah.
once I started, I was just reading guitar tabs, trying to
Right.
like, trying to get. Funny enough, when I started learning how to play guitar,
Mhm.
I would read the tablature for the guitar, not really understanding the notes, but I
Right.
would understand the rhythm. So I didn't have like a metronome or anything, so I would
Mm.
keep time like with my right hand,
Oh,
and
for
that's
sure.
how I learned how to keep rhythm through playing guitar and through beatboxing.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't the best way, I should have
Right.
used the metronome because
Slightly unconventional.
yeah, because my friends were like, "You can't keep rhythm." Like, no, I'm keeping time. It's just
Right.
way different from you.
It's just different time.
And so that, and actually, my best friend Neil, he's also a beatboxer,
Yeah.
and he started beatboxing around the same time as me in high school. But we were like, we kind of knew each other,
Uh-huh.
and then our sophomore year, like we started like having more classes, and like our friends, we got closer,
Right.
and then I started beatboxing one day during like a drama, we started doing music plays together
Mm.
at high school, and so like he started beatboxing. I'm like, wait, you do that too?
Yeah.
I started beatboxing too. And he was like, oh my God, and we just
Hell yeah.
from then on, I think like 12 years strong now, we've just been
Yeah.
annoying the hell out of everyone with our beatboxing.
Right. It's actually kind of funny. Your story sounds a lot like mine. I like hip hop's my whole thing, you know. Obviously, we have the whole show here. But if it didn't give it away. But no, when I got into it, it was like in high school for me, and it was this one buddy of mine and me. We basically made like a rap group together, just the two of us, right? And we were just walking around high school like rapping these random ass bars that we came up with, and everyone was like, "Yo, what the hell are you guys doing?" And then it started to like kind of sound good, and then we were like, oh, maybe we can like kind of do this. Now it didn't sound great, but it sounded good-ish,
Yeah.
you know. And so we were kind of like, you know, the two guys walking around school that were always rapping or whatever, but it was kind of like the same thing, you know. It's like just me and another guy, we got super into it, you know.
Yeah, and then that's
Yeah.
just like I feel like that's with like pretty much any
Yeah.
like passion. It's just sort of you find that one other person that
Mhm.
like loves it too, and you both just connect. And
Yeah.
it's just like love forever then.
Right, and then you guys, I don't know, you feed off that energy with each other, and it just
Yeah.
explodes, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about maybe getting into like rapping as well? Because beatboxing and rapping are so synonymous with each other.
So I've tried.
Yeah.
I am not good at just coming up with words on the spot like that. My
Yeah.
my best friend Neil, he'll do it. He'll freestyle,
Yeah.
and I mean we're not the best. He'll
Right.
force me to beatbox
Yeah.
or rap every once in a while. I'm like I'll come up with like 4 lines. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm not gonna say anymore because I know I'm just gonna go garbage.
Quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that for sure. I've always kind of felt like that. I'm like, oh, if I spit a really good bar, which
Yeah.
didn't happen super often, like off the top of my head. Freestyling was always like, you got to work at it. If you don't
Yeah.
practice, it's like a muscle. If you don't work it out, it's never gonna get better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So when I was like in my freestyling days, this is forever ago. If you didn't freestyle every day, you lost it pretty quick.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it's all like, I don't know. It's just like, It's tough. You got to come up with like you have to have a big vocabulary to freestyle. You really do.
Yeah.
Or else you're rhyming the same words over and over again.
Yeah, you're
You know what I mean?
rhyming cheese with feet,
Exactly.
or like,
Or you're going
fleas,
like,
or
I'm at the top, no one's gonna make me stop. It's like, yo, you gotta. There's something. There's other things than being at the top and not stopping.
Yeah, like-
you know what I mean. Like everyone does that. So like being a good freestyler is hard. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's like rapping and beatboxing are so like they go so hand in hand together.